Hello and welcome to tutorial 3 on Solidworks, and today I'm going to show you how to make this twisted bottle, and it's going to teach you some skills. We're going to learn lofting. We're also going to learn how to split parts together in a part itself, and then also how to create new planes within a sketch too. So let's create a new sketch or part. So click new and part, and we're going to select the top plane this time. So if you select the top plane, spacebar and normal too, and then we'll go straight into the sketch. So we'll start off with a center line. If you draw it all the way through the origin, and then use a normal line tool to just go along. Make sure that you're picking up the line going through the origin. The dash line should help you, and it doesn't matter if it looks like this or like a diamond, just as long as they're all separate. And we'll go ahead and use smart dimension tool to dimension one of the sides, not like that though, just make sure that it's coming out at the angle like so, like that. And we're going to make this 70mm. And don't worry about the distortion or anything, because we're going to use add relations and select all of the sides on here and go equal to, and that will mean that they're all equal to each other, and that will save you dimensioning every single side. So let's just make sure that it's all black, but it isn't, so it's blue. So we'll add some more relations. So we'll go with the center line and the origin and go midpoint, and there you go. So that is all okay. We'll just double check that it's fine. If it pops up over dimensioned, then it will be absolutely fine. That's cool. So then we'll exit the sketch and we'll create a new plane. So if we go on to features and reference geometry and plane, we'll go into the features tree here, click on the little arrow and go top plane, and we want to make this 200 away from the top plane. So if I go back a second and look at the distance here, that's already 200. If you change yours to 200, then that will be perfect. And we'll go ahead and sketch on this. So select this plane, spacebar and normal too, and then go ahead and sketch on this plane. We'll draw another center line like so, and then same again, 4 different lines, making sure that the dash line comes up when you get to the origin like so. And we'll do the same principle again. So get smart dimensions, dimension up one of the sides to 50, and then we'll go add relation, select all of the sides and go equal to. Once it looks like that, you'll be going, oh no, it's not central again. So like we did last time, select the center line, add relation and click on the midpoint, and then we'll select another add relation and make the origin and this point here horizontal. But we also need to make sure that the angle is correct too, so I'll just exit this smart dimension a second because we don't need that. So we need to make sure that this is 90 degrees. So if you type in 90, and there you go, it should be correct. So if we exit that sketch, and we've got 2 squares or 2 diamonds both above each other and they're different sizes. So we'll go ahead and draw a sketch onto the front plane. So select the front plane, spacebar normal too, and we'll go ahead and sketch. This time we want the spline tool, so click anywhere on that top plane there, in the middle somewhere, and then just off of that point there, because we'll use geometric tolerancing again to get this correct. So once you've drawn a spline, draw a centre line up from the origin, and then we'll use this centre line to reference this. So we need like 27mm away, and then we'll need that 85 high. So it's still blue, so what we'll do is we'll click on the end point, add relation, and we'll want to rotate with the mouse wheel and click on that point there and coincide it. Then once we're within this, we can click the top point and that point there and coincide that. And as you can see, it's turned from blue to black, and we need to go normal to the front plane. And what we'll do now is mirror entities, so this will allow you to mirror the profile from the right to the left or left to right. So we'll click on the spline for entities to mirror, and a mirror about, we need the centre line there. And then once you're happy, click enter, and there you go. So if we exit this sketch, and we'll do exactly the same on the right plane. So we'll click the right plane, spacebar normal to. I'll go a little bit faster just to get it through. So we'll do the spline, right click select, go onto your centre line from the origin up, roughly the same place, and then dimension it from the width to the midpoint, go 27, and then go 85 up. Click the tick, and then go add relations, 2 points, go coincide, and the same again, and then we'll mirror it. So click on the spline, then mirror for that there, click the tick, and there you go. So after doing those 4 splines, we'll get to this point here. And now we will go ahead and loft list. So if we go features and loft base underneath sweep, click on the loft. Now it's asking in the top box the profiles, so that'll be these squares here. So make sure that you click on the same side, and they have to be in order too. So do the bottom to the top, and you'll see that it's come into this shape, and we don't want that. We want it within these guide curves. So if you click down here in the second box, this is a guide curve, so it'll be these here, and click the tick once you selected it, and there you go. So it's starting to form into the shape that we want it to. So we'll do the same for all 4 splines, and you'll see that it's starting to take shape. And once you've got the shape like so, go ahead and click the tick, and there you go. You should be at this stage now. So once we've got the loft, spacebar normal to, and rename the loft to bottle. So it's F2 to edit the name, and you've got the bottle loft. So we'll just go ahead and flex this. So if we go insert and go features and then flex. So flex means that you can change the shape. So we want to change the shape of this bottle by twisting it. So we can change the degrees here, and you should see that it's flexing the wrong way though. So if we make that 0, and we want this to twist instead of bend, so that was bending instead of twisting. So we'll twist it, and then you can see the difference slightly. I will change it to 180, you can change it to 90 or 270, but as you can see, if I change this number here, the amount of twist will vary. So that's 90 there, and 270s like so. So it's got 3 twists. So I'll do 180, and I'll click the tick, and it will show you this. So there you go. So you've twisted the bottle now. So we'll just go F2 and rename it. So twist in bottle. And just before, at the end of this part, I will then show you filleting. So if we go onto features and fillet, we'll go ahead and select all of the edges on this part. Remember in the top too. So, and remember, if they don't all work to this radius that you've chosen, edit them as well. So I think I'll most probably make this smaller, but you can make it as big or as small as you like, it doesn't matter. I'll just get the other 2 edges. One more left. So I'll most probably change this to about 5, something like that. As you can see, it's slightly changed, and click the tick once you're happy with the preview, and there you go. So if we just go F2 and bottle fillet, and save it as well. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and we want to call this a parent as we're going to split this part. So I'll do twisted bottle parent in capitals, and I'll do 2 as I've already made 3 even as I've made it 2 already. So click save, and I will see you in part 2.